วัสดีครับอาจารย์ครับผม
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Dhamma meeting where we will discuss the Buddhist practices of charity, morality, and meditation. Everyone who is interested is welcome to join. Our first participant for tonight is the same, Felicia Chan from Malaysia. Felicia.
Whether I meditate or not, I still have continuously mindfulness, so the illusion never appears, and I feel very peaceful and happy all day long. I realize that mindfulness is the master key. When mindfulness is weak, the thought will appear. As long as mindfulness is still there, the thoughts will disappear immediately. I can realize that the body and feeling are separate. They are external things. They are not belong to me. I also realize that remain mindful, no reaction, will not affected by pain. Thank you, Prajan.
Yes, don't try to look at everything as anicca, dukkha, anatta. Okay. Everything is anicca, dukkha, anatta. Just leave them alone.
Okay,
don't have any desire or craving for them.
Yeah, I remain continuously mindfulness and wisdom practice, just like living in the present. No craving, no desire, no dukkha also.
Yes, if you have no craving, there will be no dukkha. Yeah. As soon as you have craving or desire, you will have dukkha.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Thank you, Prajan.
Keep up your practice.
Yeah, noted. Sure.
Okay. Next, Titima from Bangkok.
กราบนมัสการค่ะอาจารย์ Don't have any question ค่ะ
Okay, Professor Ken from Biel, Switzerland.
Good afternoon, Ajaan.
How are you doing?
อาจารย์
ไม่มีคำถาม
ไม่มีคำถาม
ภาษาไทย Speak Thai. Good. Okay. When did you learn? When you were here?
Yeah, whenever I was in Thailand, I tried to learn a little bit, but it's very little.
Yeah, better than nothing.
Yeah.
Sometimes I can help you get by.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Okay, Ajaan. Thank you.
Go to Levan in Marin County, right? Marin County, California.
Yeah, thank you, Ajaan. No question. I'm still practicing, a little bit struggle, but just keep carry on.
Yeah, try to develop as much mindfulness as you can. As mindfulness is the one that can control your mind, your thoughts, your emotion. Without it, you will have to be at the mercy of your defilement.
It's hard to be mindful throughout the day. It's easier when I sit down, but I'm working on it.
Yeah. Just recite the mantra Bhutto, Bhutto. You cannot do anything else. Just keep reciting Bhutto, Bhutto. Whatever you do, try to rein in your thought. Don't let it go thinking about other things other than what you are doing. Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Go to Alvin from Malaysia.
Evening, Ajaan. I haven't got any question tonight. Thanks a lot, Ajaan. Thank you.
Okay. Declan, are you still in Thailand?
Yes, Ajahn. I'm up north in Isan.
Isan, okay.
Yeah. I haven't been at the meetings for a long time, but and so maybe my question is totally not a very good question, but anyway, I'll try. It's what would you say is a correct response, okay, for a Buddhist layperson to all the tragedies that's happening in the world? I just saw a clip on the newsreel about 3,000 Catholic priests walking through New York for peace, and trying to stop, not picking sides, not this is right, there, right, just for peace and stop all the bloodshed. So I understand the emotional mind. I understand duality, no self, no other. This is, I understand that about, but is there a right desire to stop peace? You just mentioned right desire to stop the war, for peace, I should say.
Well, it's always good to have peace and no war. And if we can stop it, that's good. But if we cannot stop it, what do we do?
That's right. That was my question. Like
Okay.
the 3,000 priests walking.
Yeah.
I know just the Buddhist way to not, get attached, go beyond the feelings and this, but it's hard when you see images of children. So like if there's a baby drowning now, I'm going to jump in and save it, if I see it. So it's a compassion. And I know that we have a higher goal, but it's the emotional mind keeps coming in.
Yes.
So,
Sometimes the response will increase more problem rather than solve problem.
yes.
So the best response is no response. Leave things alone. Let them be. Everything is anicca, dukkha, anatta. Everything will take care of themselves.
Yes,
Everything is work of nature, and nature will take care of everything. Nature creates and nature will destroy everything.
That's right.
So there's no need to do anything. Only protect your mind from getting into suffering, and that's all. And the only way to do that is to stay aloof. Not without compassion, with compassion, but compassion has to come with wisdom. You have to see whether you can apply your compassion or not. If you cannot apply your compassion, then you have to hold off.
There's nothing I can do really, but sending metta, do you think that's any?
Well, metta means you send money to help the refugees. Not just the thought. The thought doesn't help them.
Yep. Dana and
dana, and help any sort of help you can to those who are affected.
Yeah. Okay, Ajahn, thank you very, very much for your answer.
But you should not tax your mind with these things of the world going on. It's normal. You have to look at it as this is normal for the world to be. It has been like this before, and it will continue to be after we left this world.
Yeah.
This is the nature of the world. See? Because the world is under the influence of the defilement of hate, greed, and delusion. So this is the product of the defilements manifesting themselves in the happening of the world. If we have no defilement, I guarantee you, if everybody on this earth have no defilement, this world will be peaceful and people will be happy.
Okay.
Everybody will be enlightened.
Thank you very much, Ajahn.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah. Okay, I'll go to Rajat goes.
Thanks, Ajahn.
Hi, Rajat. Last week you came in but couldn't get to talk.
Yes, I had to sign out a little early. But, how are you, Ajahn?
Good, thank you. And you?
I'm very well.
You back in India?
Yes.
Mhm. Is there anything I can do for you today?
Yes, I have a question. And well, I'm here with my mother. She's, had a hip injury, and her movements are compromised quite a bit. She's not being able to move around much, so I have to be around to look after her. She's doing quite well. And but what is the best way of serving my mother right now? She's about 82 years old. She's in good health and good spirit otherwise.
Well, support her, help her with whatever she needs. But she has to be the one to decide what she wants from you, not you to tell her what to do.
Yes.
Sometimes we impose our will on other people, which is not right, even though we mean well. But sometimes it's not welcome. So you have to let her be the one to say what she wants you to do, But you should not tell her what to do with her life.
Yes, I'll remember that.
Sometimes we want her to be better, so we tell her she should do this and she should do that. She shouldn't do this and shouldn't do that. And that can be unwelcome to her. You are intruding into her life. So you don't want to do that. You want to be supportive. Act like a servant. Don't become a master. Okay.
May I ask one more question?
Sure.
That's to do with practice. And it's about Sampajanya. And I was reading your book, and towards the end, you mentioned that with Sampajanya, and I've also read in the Satipatthana Sutta, where it is the Buddha has taught that with Sampajanya you can attain enlightenment in a span of 7 years, and even with lesser and less time, as he mentions. So does that Sampajanya have to be constant for the 7 years?
Yes, every person, because your defilement is working 24 hours a day. So you have to be mindful 24 hours a day also. Yeah.
But that is very difficult to attain because
when you start, it's difficult. It's like thinking of running a marathon. When you start thinking about it, it's not easy to do it. But if you put in the effort, slowly you will build up your ability to run the marathon, right? People don't decide to run the marathon right away and can do it right away. It takes time for them to practice. So mindfulness takes time to build up. When you first started, your mindfulness will be on and off, usually more off than on.
Yeah.
But as you try, as you persist, your mindfulness will become more on and off, and eventually it will always be on all the time.
Yes. Thank you.
So just don't be discouraged by the thought that it's difficult. Like I think Mao Zedong said one time that a trip of 1,000 miles starts with one step. the first step. Just take the first step and then go on the second step and third step. Keep on walking. Eventually, you can make the 1,000-mile trip if you don't stop walking. Okay. Same way with mindfulness. Start with the first mindfulness when you wake up. As soon as you wake up, start mindfulness. Be aware of your body. Watch your body movement. Or you can recite a mantra and you're like, Bhutto, Bhutto. Try to restrain your mind from thinking about other things when you don't need to think about. And just focus on the present. Keep the mind in the present by watching your body activity or recite a mantra. The problem is we don't do it. That's all. If you start doing it, then you move forward. You'll have more mindfulness as you advance in your practice. Okay, try it. If you don't do it, you won't be able to do it. If you start doing it, eventually you'll be able to do it. Okay. In the morning when you get up, you don't have to think, you don't have to communicate with other people. Just try to stop your thoughts and just do what you have to do with your body. Wash your body, clean your body, or whatever. And keep your mind silent. Just keep watching. No thoughts. You speak. All right?
Yes, Ajahn.
Okay. See how it works. Try tomorrow morning as soon as you get up.
Yes, as soon as I normally get up when everyone else is sleeping, and then I usually sit for my meditation because I've been practicing Vipassana for many years. And that's how I start my day. But yes.
But start with mindfulness. As soon as you open up your eyes, start mindfulness right away. Watch your body. What posture your body is in. Lying now? Okay. When you get up, you know you're getting up. When you're standing, you know you're standing. When you're walking, you know you're walking. Just keep watching your body. Every movement of your body. Every action of your body. Don't let your mind go away from the body. This is Kaya Kata Sati, mindfulness of body, clear comprehension. Okay, let's try it. See how it works for you.
Yes, Ajahn.
All right. We go to Singapore. Coxing.
Greeting Prajan, just to update you, I've just completed a 3-day retreat at Palila Temple under Ajahn Suchart. And on Monday, I also have offered dana to the bhikkhus from Palila on Pindapat. No questions at the moment.
Okay. We go to Dubai, Aparajita.
Hello, good evening, Father.
Good evening to you. Good
afternoon. Yes, I don't have any questions. I had quite a casual question actually, because a couple of weeks ago you said your birthday was coming up. I just wanted to know, when was your birthday?
November the 2nd.
Okay, good. Just wanted to know.
Okay. I'll be 76.
Congratulations. Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. I will wish you on your birthday. Yes.
Okay. Go to Natalie Richardson. Natalie, welcome to our room. This is your first time, I think. You have to unmute your microphone. It's usually on your left-hand corner.
Hello.
Okay, go ahead. We can hear you now.
Okay. Yeah, first time I come in, กราบนมัสการเจ้าค่ะอาจารย์ I got no question.
Where are you now? In Bangkok?
Pattaya.
Oh, Pattaya. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
No question today, just come to listening.
Okay, good. Go to Bang Saleh, to Scott B. Scott.
Good evening, Ajaan. How are you?
Good news. And you have good news, huh?
I did, yes. Thank you. It's good to see you on Saturday. And yes, my cancer results were all clear. So that's 4 all clears in a row after all my treatment. And as I said to you last week, it's easy to have faith in hindsight after the event. It was always going to be all right. But you can't help the seed of doubt. But you talking to me about acceptance did help. So thank you.
Okay. Nothing tonight.
That's it. Thank you.
Okay. Go back to Julia. She turned off the light at first, so I thought she didn't want to come in. Hi, Julia from Colorado.
Hello, Ajaan. How is it there? Are you well?
Yes, I'm well, thank you. And you?
Also, yes.
Okay.
No questions.
All right. Good.
Gratitude. Yeah.
All right. Then I'll go to Billy from Indonesia.
Good evening, Panachan. Today I would like to ask, I feel that after practicing for quite some time, it's like if there are times whereby I have to engage with people or maybe engage in more conversation, I feel that the mind easily get exhausted. It's like after sometimes I feel like I want to go back for meditation because I feel quite, just tired. So I just wonder that, I mean, during my working life, it's like I would be quite active during the day, engage with things and people, but I don't really have to rely on meditation to, like recharge myself. But now I feel like I really need that, to recharge myself. So is it like a normal process as we spend more time on meditation?
Well, when you practice, you have to rest your mind. When you do contemplation, after a while your mind can get tired. So you stop your contemplation and do meditation instead to rest your mind. So you need to rest the mind. But if people who doesn't know how to meditate, then they're just relying on going to sleep to rest their body and mind together. Which sometimes the body might get rest, the mind may not, because the mind could still be thinking in the sleep. But if you meditate, if you know how to meditate, you know how to still your mind, then your mind can be refreshed, can get rested, ready to do more contemplation or do more fighting with your defilement.
Okay, yes, yeah, that's what I found out too. Like, I mean, after a tiring day, it's like, although I can sleep for longer hours, but when I wake up, I still feel tired. I mean, I still need to meditate and get some calm, and then I can feel recharged. Like, yeah, but you just wonder, like now it feels, if I don't get calm for sometimes, it's like I feel quite tired.
Yeah, you should do meditation, alternating with your wisdom contemplation. Or you struggle with your defilement. If you don't have enough strength, then you have to meditate more to get more strength in order to overcome your defilement. Okay.
Okay, Dhanajan. Okay,
Right.
thank you very much.
Sao Paulo, Alfredo. Can you hear the dogs?
Hi, Bante.
They're all barking. Okay, how are you?
Okay. Meditating. When we meditate a lot, Bante, what's the sensation, but what's the what happened when meditate for 2-3 hours?
You should get more calm, more peace, more happiness from your meditation. If you don't get it, it means you're not succeeding. It means your mind hasn't yet calmed down. But you can calm your mind down, you'll feel peaceful, happy, contented, no cravings for anything.
Yes.
The more you meditate, the better. But it has to be effective meditation. The number of hours doesn't count, you know. It depends the quality of your meditation. If you still struggle in your meditation, even though 4 hours, and hasn't yet become calm, then it's not yet, you haven't yet succeeded in your meditation.
Yes.
So you have to measure the amount of calm you get from your meditation. The more calm, the better.
Yes.
Not the hour that you meditate, because you can be sitting for hours and your mind will still be struggling. Yeah. It won't calm down. It won't calm down.
Yes.
So you should count from the time when the mind becomes calm and peaceful and still.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, and try to control the thoughts, but
Yes, stop the thought as much as possible. Only think when you really have to think. If you don't have to think, then just stop it with mindfulness, with Bhutto, Bhutto, Bhutto.
Yes.
Okay. You still attend the Buddhist group that you went before with Ajahn, what's his name?
What's but I only participate here.
Yeah, not any other group.
No.
Mm.
I lost. I was in one other teacher. I lost here. I lost him. I only with your group.
Okay.
And in São Paulo don't have Theravada Buddhism.
I see.
The Buddhism here is Mahayana.
Mahayana.
Is Tibetan.
Tibetan.
Don't have they not interested in enlightenment, and it's different Buddhism, but is more done, more sense of pleasures. I think it's a little difficult. It's a little different to Theravada Buddhism.
And maybe they have more activity, more chanting, more ritual.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
And I don't participate the Mahayana in Tibetan Buddhism. I don't participate. I only meditate in my house and in forest here, near here.
Forest tradition.
Yes.
Okay.
Near here has a forest, Bante.
Yeah. Yeah, Brazil has a big forest. The Amazon.
Yes.
Okay. All right, you have any question?
No, it's good.
Okay. Good talking to you.
Talk.
We'll go to Philip now. Philip from Malaysia.
Good, Ajahn. Wish you well and happy. I don't have any questions. Glad to be listening in tonight.
Okay. Indira and Piao from Toronto.
Good morning from Toronto. Ajahn, Ajahn.
Good morning to you.
How are you?
Good, thank you.
Always nice to see you on Tuesday mornings. And thank you so much for sharing your wisdom with us every day. We keep practicing the way you said. has made a big difference in both of our practice. So thank you so much.
Good. You're welcome. Happy to hear that. You
I
have
agree.
Any question?
That's
Any comment?
76 to 2nd of November.
Yes.
Yes.
76 years.
76. 1947. I was born in 1947. Oh, we're getting old now.
Part of having a body.
But you've done so much.
Yes.
And you've touched so many lives all over the world and helped so many people. So thank you so much. So much merit to you.
Happy to be of service.
Yes, you have made use of your both body and mind, and so to maximum. So amazing, to see someone like you.
So inspiring. To be honest with you, Ajaan, it has made a huge difference in our practice. So
I think most of us we get old and we sick and die, but we never make use of maximum use of our body and mind. But I guess you have done, and so inspiring.
No guessing.
You just have a long way to go, but you're trying.
You still have time to do it.
Yeah. Trying.
Yes. Trying hard.
Small baby steps.
But there are obstacles always.
Defilement, usually defilement is your obstacle.
Yes. And you keep saying, I think it's you keep going one step. You just told today or two, don't stop, like keep going. Like I think Buddha called this Aradha Virya, Patangat. When you start something, you just keep doing somehow.
Until you finish.
Yeah.
Just until you finish.
Yeah. So you go. Hopefully, we are heading that direction. But I guess the technique is also important. I guess, but sometimes we get lost in different translations and different teachers, and somehow eventually we'll find our path by trial and error. And when you found it, for sure it's working for you.
So it inspires us very much to see someone like you every Tuesday. It gives us so much courage and inspiration to walk the path.
And it can be done.
Yes, it's possible.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Ajaan. And may you have a very happy, peaceful, and wonderful birthday.
Bhante, I have a question about Sampajanya. I think they came up. So Sampajanya alone is, you had to combine Atapi, Sampajano, Satima, even Satipatthana. Every formula, we start with Atapi, Sampajano. That's in the effort, mindfulness, and alertness. All three kind of circle around right mindfulness. So you can just take one section out, but they all three working together for your right mindfulness.
Yes, you have to be alert and you have to be doing your mindfulness. Mindfulness it's just a word. You have to put into practice.
So you said Kayagata Sati, like a body is that's a bodily contemplation, like the Kayanupassana belongs to like breath meditation is another way of being mindful of your activity, your walking, your sitting from the day, the moment you start, as much as you can.
All the time. Yeah. You can do it. There's no reason why you cannot do it. It's just you don't want to do it, that's all.
Yeah.
You want to go think about yesterday, think about tomorrow, think about this and that. All the time.
It's a distraction. Our mind gets distracted.
So you want to stop this aimless wandering of your mind.
Yeah.
And
I think even science has told that wandering mind is an unhappy mind. I think there is a research done. So mind wanders. And I think it came from Harvard study. Wandering mind is an unhappy mind. So mind wanders, becomes unhappy.
Yeah, if you're wandering with lust, with craving, then you become unhappy. People usually wondering and wondering what they want to, what they can get, or what they can do, what they can see. So this can make them unhappy. See?
Yes.
So the desire, the craving is the main source of wandering mind.
Right. When you have craving, then your mind, you push your mind to go look for what you want. Right.
So
where to go to have your next meal, or to do your whatever you want to do. Watch a movie, which movie you should go to watch, and so forth.
So back to second noble truth.
Yes, that's the cause of dukkha.
Yeah.
Cause of unhappiness.
Yeah.
Dissatisfaction.
Yeah.
As soon as you have desire or craving, you are not content. You are not satisfied.
Sure. So entire Buddhism can be confined to the Four Noble Truths, like the Buddha said, like the elephant's footprint. All footprints can be put to the elephant footprint. So whatever you say or do, it belongs to the Four Nobles, four things at the end of the day.
Yeah, that's about it. The Buddha's teaching concentrate on the emanate from the Four Noble Truths. He does talk about dukkha, or sometimes he talk about samudaya, sometimes he talk about nirodha, sometimes he talk about the magga.
But wherever you take from, it belongs to that. Like the water, wherever you take from the ocean, it's one's taste.
Had the same taste. No matter how many talks the Buddha had given, it's all about dukkha, or the cessation of dukkha.
Yeah.
And that's what he also took a bunch of leaves from the forest and said, this is what I'm going to teach. This is all you need. Rest of it, just other leaves, you don't need it. I mean, he's just so smart and so kind towards us, but otherwise we get lost in all the other leaves. But he said, oh, this is all you need. Amazing. Thank you, Bhante.
Okay.
Thank you. Happy birthday. Have a wonderful day on the 2nd of November.
Okay, thank you. I'll go to Gary from Singapore.
Good evening, Ajaan. Happy birthday in advance.
Okay.
Yeah. I just want to ask a very maybe not so simple question, but how do we actually help someone who's there's a lot of dukkha, a lot of suffering, due to like some past unhappy memory? Can we actually help them?
Well, you can only teach them, tell them what to do, but first of all, they must be willing to listen to you first. If they don't want to listen to you, then you cannot do anything about it. If they seek for your help, then you can help them. If they don't seek for your help, then there's nothing you can do.
Yeah, but yeah, sometimes yes, but sometimes we are in the middle of the reach. Sometimes they are quite worked up. We are unable to like so-called give them any good advice. They may not want to listen to us. So there's very little we can do.
Just give them the Four Noble Truths. If they understand the Four Noble Truths, then they can solve their problem.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Ajaan, for the advice. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay. Nigel, are you here? Where are you from, Singapore or Hong Kong?
Yes, I'm from Hong Kong actually.
Okay.
Yeah. So today I would like to talk about my practice. Now I follow your instruction, which is to recite Buddha in my mind, and I use this as my main Dhammatalk. So in my daily life, I will recite Buddha, and at the same time I will observe the the jumping of my mind. So like when I'm chanting Buddha, Buddha, and sometimes my mind will be away, then I'm aware of this anicca nature of the mind, and which at the same time, while I am reciting Buddha to increase my samadhi, I'm also practicing the mindfulness of the mind by observing the jumping of mind. And when I have to walk to somewhere or to leave home, I will, besides chanting Buddha, Buddha in my mind, I will also observe the walking, the body walking, and observe the anicca nature of the body. And when I come back home and it's time for me to do sit meditation, then I will first chant Buddha, Buddha to peace my mind, and then I will start to contemplate the mind and body as anicca, dukkha, and anatta. So I will. How do I contemplate the body? I will first for anicca, the part of anicca, I will contemplate that this body is febrile. It is fragile. It will die one day, and it will age sick, and it will die eventually. For the dukkha part, I will contemplate that this body has many different kinds of diseases, and which is pure dukkha. And then for the anatta part, I will ask myself. I will contemplate each body, 32 body parts, and ask one by one, is this I or mine? And by cultivating the wisdom of anatta. And also I will also contemplate the body, 32 body parts according to the 4 elements, analyzing the 32 body parts as only elements. And afterwards, I will contemplate the body as repulsive I will use my wisdom. I will imagine my hair in front of me, and I will imagine that it's in a bowl, is inside a bowl with a bowl of rice. Then is this hair still appealing? Something like that. And this is the way that I contemplate the body. And then I will contemplate also the feeling, the sanya, the sankha, and the vinya by contemplating anicca, dukkha, and anatta. So may I ask Ajahn, is my practice okay?
Well, it depends on whether you can let go of your attachment to your body or not. If you can let go, then it's okay. If you still cling to your body, then it's not okay yet.
So okay. So my practice, generally, is it okay? The method that I use.
Well, it depends on the result. The result, we want to be able to let go of your attachment to the body. Whatever happens to the body should not bother you. If it still bother you, then you're still not doing it correctly.
Okay. Is it okay when sometimes I feel bored about reciting Buddha, is it okay for me to change to another kind of kammatthana, like the recollection of the Buddha's virtue?
You can do anything you want as long as you can get to the goal, which is to calm your mind, stop your mind, and your mind becomes still. So whichever method you want to use, it's up to you to decide to try it out.
Okay.
Normally, we should stick to one and not keep changing all the time.
Okay. And I would also like to ask, could Thanajan explain or elaborate on the mindfulness on the Four Noble Truths and Four Noble Truths first. Thank you.
Well, the Four Noble Truths is dukkha, and the cause of dukkha, and the cessation of dukkha, and the path leading to the cessation of dukkha. These are the Four Noble Truths.
Yes. But sometimes I will find it very difficult to like put it into practice by the framework of Four Noble Truths, because the first noble truth is to know about that this body, this mind and body is dukkha. So this is achievable, and by knowing that the craving is the origin of dukkha, then this is also okay. But for the cessation, satya is nibbana, so is not possible for us to experience. And while for the Eightfold Path, then we have to like aware of each Eightfold Path. Then I think it's somehow confusing and complicated.
If it's confusing, then don't worry about it now. Just do mindfulness first. Do mindfulness and meditation first.
Okay.
You're just reaching too far from where you are now. So you should start with mindfulness and meditation to calm your mind first. Don't worry about wisdom contemplation. Your mind is not ready yet for wisdom and contemplation. So try to develop mindfulness and jhana first. Sit and meditate and get your mind to jhana first. Then your mind will be ready to contemplate on the Four Noble Truths.
Okay. Okay. So now I will ask for on behalf of my Dharma friend. Yeah. So this friend, she has gone to some temples and has made offering for around 10 times. And although someone has told her the whole process, but every time she will feel very scared or unease. So sometimes she will want to grasp this chance to ask some Ajaan's questions about Dharma or about Dharma. But although she has enough time and chances, she is unable to ask the Ajaan, and another person will help her to ask, but she is not able to concentrate and listen. And after going there, she will feel very uncomfortable, and his emotion will experience breakdown for a few days. She wants to go, but she would like to ask Ajaan if there's any suggestion or how to improve this problem.
I don't know. She has to find out herself the answer. Okay. I cannot.
So she has to find out herself.
Yes, that's the best way.
Okay. So and then she would like to ask. This morning she has tried to recite Buddha, but something happens. When she recites, the whole process is very calm, but it is as if but this chanting process, this meditation process is as if used as a tool to evade from the pressure from the life. And after chanting Buddha, then she will be be like unconcentrated for a few hours and cannot do anything and cannot eat cannot eat her meal, cannot go to work, and his body is very tired, cannot concentrate her mind and have to lie down. So she would like to ask whether there's any suggestions.
What to suggest?
Yes, what any suggestion?
I don't know. I don't know what to suggest.
Okay.
Okay.
She is in the Zoom also. So okay, that's the question. Thank
Okay.
you.
All right. Thank you. I'll go to Gek Yenso from Penang now. Gek.
Tan Ajaan, yeah, good evening, Tan Ajaan. Happy to see Tan Ajaan again. Yeah, no question. Yeah, Tan Ajaan.
Okay. Go to Intan from Indonesia. Where are you from? Jakarta?
Yes, Ajahn. Good evening, Ajahn. I have no question, Ajahn.
Okay. I'll go to Amanda. Amanda, where are you from? Amanda? Can you unmute your microphone? Okay.
Hello, I'm from Hong Kong.
From Hong Kong.
Yes.
A friend of Nigel?
Yes. He helped me to translate in English. Yeah, I have these two questions that I am facing, but I don't know how to solve it.
I see. Just leave it alone. If you cannot solve the question, then just leave it alone. Don't worry about it.
Sorry.
Just pretend as if there's no question to solve.
Okay.
If you don't know how to solve it, then just pretend.
Yes. Because I try to recite Buddha, but after that I feel very uncomfortable. Because I feel super tired and cannot do anything after that. I cannot go to work or go to do anything. I just need to lay down for a few hours.
Okay, don't do Buddha then. You're not ready for Buddha. So Buddha is not ready for you, so you don't do it. Okay, maybe watching a movie will be better for you. Watching a movie, you might feel better. Or watch some YouTube or something. Maybe meditation is not right for you yet. So you have to find some other means of solving your problem. Okay?
Thank you.
All right. Meditation is not for everybody, Not everybody can meditate. So if you cannot meditate, then okay, don't worry about it. Try something else. Some people go to amusement park, some people go to a movie, some people go to a restaurant to eat. So find the right method of dealing with your problem, okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, good. We'll go to Claudia. Claudia, are you in Switzerland now or are you still in Nuremberg, Germany?
Good afternoon from Switzerland.
Switzerland
We
now.
finally made it. Yes. We live in Basel now.
Basel, okay. Not too far from Professor Ken?
Not too far, no. No. Yeah, so far, of course, we are pretty exhausted, but I was looking so much forward to participate this afternoon on this Zoom meeting because I really missed it very much. So I'm glad to be here today.
So now you know how to do your teaching, your work like before. Or you have new
currently,
work?
Currently I don't work, so I want to do a break for about 3 months. And then I want to look for a job for about 20 hours per week, and in social work if possible. So I would like to continue social work, but not 35 hours as I did before, only 20 hours. And I'm looking forward to a more peaceful life here.
Okay, good. Hope you find peace and happiness.
Yeah, it's very calm where we live. It's in a big city, but we live in a very quiet area. And I realized that I already calmed down because I gave up a lot of activities. It was hard to give them up, but I feel good also without those activities, so social activities. And I'm looking forward to translate more, to meditate more.
Yeah, that's the way to make you happy and peaceful, is to meditate.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Is that all?
Yeah, no questions for now.
Okay.
Hope to see you again next week.
Okay. I'll go to Riona from Surabaya. Are you from Surabaya?
I want to ask about the if parami, we must practice one by dana up to peka. So we must filling the first parami up to peka. If the ignoble part, must we practice the first point to full, then can continue to the next.
You practice as much as you can. If you can practice the whole thing, you do the whole thing. But usually the easier part is easier to start with first. Like if your Noble Eightfold Path, you start with the Samma, right action first, right speech, right livelihood, before you can go up to the next practice of right meditation, right mindfulness. And then you go to right view and right thoughts. But if you can do it, all of them, then there's nothing to prevent you from doing it. It's up to you. It depends on how much you can do or what you can do. But the goal is to be able to practice all of them, to do all of them. Okay, understand?
Yeah, thank you, Ajahn.
Okay. Philip, or you already had your say? I'll go to who else is next to you? Nobody else. Everybody. Don't turn on the video, so it means they don't want to talk. Okay. So what should I do now? Go to Kunjup for a question then, okay? Kunjup. Sri and Check just came in. Okay, we'll go to Sri and Check first.
Hello, Ajahn.
Hi, how are you? Good?
Good. Yeah, good.
Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah. Ajahn, if I meditate and either like focus on the breath or Buddha, and then got this very pleasant feelings, so we have to continue doing that, right? Until it goes away. Because the goal is to
become still, to still the mind, to empty the mind. Because whatever happens will eventually disappear, right? And if you enjoy them when they disappear, you can become sad. So you don't want to have anything to do with anything that appears, right, while you meditate. Just acknowledge them and then just continue on with your work of meditating. until your mind becomes still, peaceful, and empty. And then try to stay in that state for as long as possible by using mindfulness.
Okay. Yeah, I've been at this like stage, but maybe it takes time to get over that feeling. Would that be a process like for everyone's, like will be different?
Just ignore, when you meditate, ignore anything that appears in your meditation. And concentrate on your meditation until your mind becomes still, peaceful, and empty, and happy.
Okay.
That's where you want to go to, because that's where your mind is best, is contented. Your mind doesn't need anything, doesn't want anything.
Okay.
And you check anything?
No, Ajahn. But I'm just a little bit. I guess when usually, I guess everybody is different. I never heard that. I never heard you ask somebody to go watch a movie. But I guess I was a little bit taken aback. But maybe everybody's different, right? I guess.
That's right. It depends on the level of their mind, which level they are in, which level they can practice, which level they cannot practice. Like you have children coming to your daycare, you don't teach them physics or mathematics, do you?
Maybe if it's a child prodigy.
Okay.
But no, you're right. It's ABC. ABC,
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah. The knowledge of or intelligence of people are different level. People ability to learn is different. Some are more able than others, and some are less able than others to learn or to do things. So when they teach them something difficult to do, it can backfire on them. Say, makes them feel bad, frustrated, or whatever. So that means it's not for them. We're talking here, meditation is comparable to nuclear physics. People who can come into this room has to be able to understand nuclear physics if they want to understand the Four Noble Truths.
So sometimes it is you still go back to the like even if we know like movie is a sensual pleasure, but it's actually helps them to I guess take away from their current problem, like just a distraction.
That's what a lot of people do, isn't it? Going to movies, going on holiday.
Yeah.
To relieve the stress, right?
Yeah.
That's what we do every day. We try to relieve our stress, the way we know how to do it.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, the way you know how to do it is not a permanent fix. It's a temporary fix. And it will keep you have to keep fixing it out until the rest of your life. You have to keep going to the movies for the rest of your life. Every time you feel stressful, you go to a movie, or you go to a restaurant, or you go to shopping, or whatever. Yeah. This is what people do, but it's not the permanent fix. The permanent fix is to still your mind, to calm your mind, meditation, to make your mind. When you can meditate, you enter into jhana, then all your stress disappear. Then you feel happy, you feel lighthearted. But even jhana is also a temporary fix. After you come out jhana, you want to maintain this state of equanimity, then you have to use wisdom to get rid of your cravings when they come up. Because it's your craving is the one that's causing you the stress, nothing else. And jhana can only stop your cravings temporarily. When you come out of jhana, your craving come back again. So you want to get rid of your craving permanently, then you have to use wisdom. You see that the things you crave for is anicca. It's a temporarily fix. Going to a movie is a temporary fix. Going on a holiday is a temporary fix. Or shopping is a temporary fix. If you want a permanent fix, is stop your craving for everything that you want to use to stop your stress with. They are not the way to stop your stress. The way to stop your stress is to stop your craving. Okay.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. Ajahn, since we have time, can I ask one more question?
Yeah, you can ask anything you want.
Just now you mentioned that if I contemplate something, I couldn't get answer. So I just ignore it because eventually, those anatta, anicca will take care of it. So is it just like leave it? Like sometimes, like when we contemplate, I couldn't get answer. I just leave it like this.
Yeah. Did you do anything with World War II? Did you do anything with World War I? You didn't do anything, right? They come and go, right?
Yes.
So it will be the same way the war that's going on right now. They'll stop themselves. They'll stop eventually. Nothing lasts forever. Everything is anicca. So you don't have to do anything. You don't have to ask them to stop. They'll stop after they get tired of fighting. They'll stop. Right now they're still strong. They have the strength. So let them fight. Fight until they have no strength. Then they'll stop fighting. Or when they have the senses. Right now they have no sense. They are crazy right now. If you fight, it means you are crazy. And it's difficult to talk to people who is crazy to have sanity. So you just have to leave them alone. Let the insanity tell them whatever they want to do until they eventually run out of steam, then they'll stop. What can you do? Can you tell them, stop, 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 don't fight, don't fight. Forgive each other. Can you tell them? Would they listen to you?
No.
Okay. So what do? So you watch. Just be an audience. Just watch the movie. This is like a movie. Then you don't get stressful with whatever's going on. You become stressful because you want to do something about it, and you cannot do anything about it. So you become stressful.
Okay. So
if you know you cannot do anything about it, then stop. Then you don't have any stress. Stop your desire to do something about it. That's the Four Noble Truths thing. The stress comes from your desire to do something, but you cannot do it, so you become more stressful. But if you have wisdom, you say, there's nothing I can do about it, so I should stop my desire to do something about it. When you stop your desire, then you have no stress. This is the Four Noble Truths. Because what you're trying to stop doing, you cannot stop anyway, right? Can you stop the war now that's going on right now? Can you stop the killing? Okay. But you are stressful because you want it to stop, right? But you cannot stop it. If you don't want to be stressful, then just leave it alone. What can you do?
Not wanting to see like people get killed it's a desire.
It's a tragedy. It's a tragedy.
Oh.
But But this is the way it is. This is the way the anicca, dukkha, anatta works. Everything is anicca, rise and cease, born and die. We're all gonna die one day. So what's the difference? Seeing other people dying, we are all gonna die ourselves also.
Yeah.
It's just not yet our time to die, that's all. But for those who are dying right now, it's the time to die. It sounds cold, sound cool, heartless, but this is a fact, right? It's a fact of life. This is the truth of suffering, birth, aging, sickness, and death. And it's stressful, it's because we don't want these things to happen. But once you're born, you cannot stop the process of aging, sickness, and death. If you don't want to have this process, then you have to stop birth, that's all. When there's no birth, then there's no aging, sickness, and death. And to stop birth, you have to stop cravings. The reason why you're born here because you have sensual pleasure, craving for sensual pleasure. So you need to have a body with eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and body, so you can then acquire or come into contact with the sensual objects. So if you have no sensual pleasure, cravings, then you don't have to have a body. Then you don't have to take birth. When you have no birth, you have no aging, sickness, and death. So we are all to blame for our suffering. Every one of us here. We are the one who caused our birth.
Yeah.
So we have to pay the price of aging, sickness, and death. Because
no one to blame but ourselves.
Yeah, blame ourselves. All of us. If we don't born, then there won't be any problem, right? When we are born, we have craving for this and that. So we go after things, then we start fighting for the same thing, right? So it comes down to cravings. The cause of all the world's problem is cravings, people's craving.
My job is to stop my own craving. And
that's right. Stop your own craving first. Once you know how to stop, then you tell other people how to do it if they want to learn from you. But if you don't want to stop the craving, then there's nothing you can do about it. That's why the Buddha, when he first became enlightened, he was not very happy to share this information with other people, because he see that everybody is merely crave for something all the time, and it would be impossible to teach them. But then after he's had some more time to think, then he started to be able to classify people into different categories. There are some people who have lots of craving, and there are some people who have less craving, who have the desire to stop their craving, but don't know how to do it. So he went to teach those people who wants to stop their cravings.
Luckily, he changed his mind. I don't.
At first, he put everybody in the same category. Everybody has craving. But then after he has some time to consider, then he realized that there are people with lots of craving, and there are people with less cravings. So teach those who have less craving, those who wants to get rid of their cravings, like all the ordained, all the ascetics, all those people who take up the monkhood. These people, they want to stop their cravings, but they don't know how to do it permanently. They only know how to do it temporarily by going into jhana. So then he went to teach these people that besides jhana, you have to develop wisdom. You have to understand the Four Noble Truths. You have to understand the three characteristics of existence. Then you'll be able to stop your cravings permanently. Once he said that, those people who are already seeking for the path, they understand right away. They can become enlightened right away. Because they already have jhana. What they don't have is the Four Noble Truths. They don't understand how they become stressful. And the Buddha said the cause of your stress is because of your craving. Stop your craving, then you will have no stress. And the cause of your craving is your delusion, to see that things that you crave for will give you permanent fix, but they don't give you permanent fix. They in fact can become the cause of more stress, because when you lose what you used to fix you with, then you become more stressful, right? But you have to be able to understand that the root cause of all your stress is your cravings and your delusion, to think that you can use things in this world to stop your stress by stop your craving. You cannot stop your craving by craving for something else. Like before you were married, you were lonely, right? This is stress. So you think having a family will make you get rid of your stress. Yes, you get rid of your loneliness, but you're introducing some other stress, right? Now you have to worry about your husband, your wife, which you never had to be before you were married. So you're replacing one stress for another stress, that's all.
Right.
So you must not replace one stress with another. You have to stop your craving, that's all. By telling yourself that this is the cause of your stress, and you don't want to have any stress, and you have to refuse to go after your craving. If your mind is stronger than your craving, then you can stop. If your mind is weaker than your craving, then you succumb to your craving.
So I've been replacing one craving
One
with
stress
another.
for another stress.
Okay. That's a good example. Switching from single to married, and then from one stress of loneliness to stress of married life is a good example. Like this is switch. I thought that you will
switch from one stress to another stress. That's all.
Yeah.
Okay. I think Ryan is waiting.
Okay. Thank you.
Go to Ryan. Ryan, your turn, from Singapore.
Good evening, Ajaan.
Yes, go ahead. Any question?
Not much of a question, but I was just contemplating what you were just talking about, and I just have a comment that it really seems that there is really no flood like cravings. Like the whole world is just completely overwhelmed by this flood, or maybe it can also be termed as fire, like the fire sermon. Like the whole world is burning from craving, and we talk so much about climate change and global warming these days, but I think that the real fire is within my heart, or everyone's hearts, which is this fire of craving.
That's right.
To overcome that is really the biggest miracle. Sadhu Ajaan.
The only way to overcome this craving is to use the Noble Eightfold Path. Practice the Noble Eightfold Path. Then you can stop your cravings.
One thing came to mind, Ajaan. I have some good fortune that I hope to be able to see you next month, just about 2 days after your birthday. So I think that will be a Saturday, and you will be giving a talk outside your kuti at 2:30 p.m.
Yes, at 2 p.m. until 3 p.m. And after 3 p.m. I can answer question if anybody have any question, either in Thai or in English. So you can talk to me after at 3 p.m. after 3 p.m.
Okay, Ajahn. In the morning, it's just the Pindapat, is that right?
Yeah, in the morning and in the winter. But on weekdays, I'll be eating in the dining hall, and you can come and see me if you happen to be in the monastery on weekdays. I'll be eating. I'll be able to talk to people, meet people at the dining hall around 9 a.m. But on weekend, I'll be meeting people at my kuti at 2 p.m. to 4 to 3:30, 3:45.
Okay, thank you, Ajahn. If I don't die before that, I hope to see you then.
Okay, good. We'll go to Caris. Caris, where are you from? Can you speak louder, please? Can you speak louder, please?
Good evening, Ajahn.
Yes.
I'm from Indonesia, Jakarta. The last time I met you there, and I give my words that I would go there to practice with Ajahn on end of September or October. But unfortunately, until today, I still cannot go there. Ajahn, I'm very sorry because I already emailed to the assistant, and Pra Alex already give me the location of the platform where I should go to practice. But suddenly something happened. My flight schedule was changed, and then also there is something I have to take care. Renovating my room, my house here. Maybe it takes around 2 more weeks to finish. So I'm very sorry, Ajahn. I already say I'll come at October, but I cannot make it until today.
No problem. This is anicca.
Yes.
Nothing is permanent. Nothing is fixed. Everything can change anytime. So
yeah. And that's why today I spend my time. I want to meet you in this Zoom and to say I'm very sorry. I cannot keep my words so that I might break my precepts. So I say I'm very sorry.
I think you should be sorry for yourself more than sorry for me.
Yes.
Because I'm not affected by whether you come or not coming. But you should be more sorry for yourself.
Yes.
Make sure that you try to keep your word if you can next time.
Yes.
If you're not sure, then you should put in a bracket if nothing happened.
Okay. Yeah, that's why I want to ask forgiveness for Ajahn, and then I still try to come to your center to practice. And in this occasion, may I ask maybe about how usually Ajahn receive a practitioner there? Because from the email I noticed that Pra Alex is going to arrange that I have to stay uphill in the mountain, so in 3 kilometers, and I see there's no electricity and other things. Is it already fit? How can we choose, or is it we all have to go to that kind of practice?
Or you can choose whether you want to practice in the monastery, in the temple below, where there's electricity and running water. But it's a different type of practice. There you have to attend the morning and evening chanting.
Okay.
And also group meditation. See? But if you want to practice alone, then you go up on the mountain.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So you have to indicate which type of practice you want to participate. Maybe the assistant presume that you want to go up on the mountain, so you have to tell the assistant what type of practice you want to do.
Oh, I see. Okay. I used to practice in Indonesia in a group meditation at a retreat of 10 days like that. I never been practice alone like that. So this is really a challenge, and I feel interested also.
Then it's not ready for you yet. Maybe you should practice in the temple. but we don't have guided group session or anything like that. It's just an individual joining the chanting and the meditation, and then someone will give Dhammatalk, which you all don't understand anyway.
Oh, there's no English Dhammatalk.
No, there's you have to rely on English books that you might be able to access through your internet.
Oh, I see. Okay, if it is a practice at the monastery like that, you mean if I go and practice alone up hills, that means it's just
There's no teacher, no teaching. You have concentrate only on practice.
Okay. If I make some problem, maybe I should consult with Ajaan, maybe.
Then you can see me at the appropriate time. Depends on which day. On weekdays, you can see me at around 9 a.m. at the dining hall. On weekend, you have to see me at my kuti after 3 p.m.
Okay, and if I join like that, is it also I also join Ajaan's arms round in the morning like that to the city or not?
It's up to you. You can join. You don't have to. It's not mandatory.
I see. Okay. Okay. I think I have cleared my mind, and if I have made up my mind and decided the time, I will contact again Pra Ajaan, Pra Alex. Thank you,
Okay,
Ajaan.
no problem. Don't worry about it, okay? If you cannot make it, it's okay.
Okay. Thank you, Ajaan.
Okay, all right. I think now we can go to Kunjuk for more questions from email and Facebook.
Yes, we have altogether currently 10 questions right now. The first 8 questions are from the assistant email. The first question is from Philip from Singapore. How shall one practice to reduce one's own habits and emotions, for example, disappointment or unhappiness when things don't go well?
Well, happiness when you are disappointed or you are not happy because things don't go well, that's because you expect things to go well, see. So you don't understand the nature of things. Things in this world is not something you can always rely on to go according to plan. Just like just now, someone make reservation to come and stay and then cannot come and stay. So if you want to reduce your disappointment or unhappiness, then you have to reduce your expectation. You have to understand that the world is constantly changing all the time. So you cannot really rely on anything or expect anything to go according to plan.
The next question from Philip. How shall one practice to recognize the cause of our own sufferings and live at peace?
Well, the cause of our suffering is our own cravings, our own desire, our expectation, our want. We want this and want that. And when we cannot get what we want, we become unhappy. That's all. So if you can stop your desire, your craving, or your expectation, then you will always be happy. Just take things as they come. Don't be choosy. When it's hot, you want it cold. When it's cold, you want it hot. Always want something that is not. Then you will always be unhappy. Just take things as it comes. If it rains, okay, be happy with the rain. When it doesn't rain, be happy with the drought, whatever. Just stay happy all the time this way by not expecting anything. Let things come and go by themselves.
Next question. How to understand Dharma as it is?
By study and practice. You have to study and then apply what you study in your practice. Then you understand the Dhamma.
The next 5 questions are from Savi from Sri Lanka. Question number 4. Is one's desire to end samsara a selfish idea?
It's a noble idea. It's not a selfish idea. Yeah. Because it will make you a noble person. If you can end samsara and rebirth in samsara, you become a Buddha or the noble disciple. So there's nothing selfish about that.
Next question. One of my relatives said, people who talk about the importance of ending samsara often show selfish and less compassion to human relations. How can we persuade a person who said that ending samsara is a selfish act?
Just like I said just now, it's not a selfish act, it's a noble act. Look at the people who in the samsara, the Buddha and his noble disciple. They all became noble people. They're not selfish people.
The next question. When we meditate, how can we know we are on the correct path?
When we are happier, the mind is more peaceful, and we have less cravings and desire.
The next question. Would our egotistic attitudes or our reaction to worldly things gradually get weakened?
It doesn't get weakened by itself automatically. It only gets weakened by the practice of following the teaching of the Buddha. Practice dana, charity, morality, and meditation. If you can practice these three practices, your whatever it is will reduce.
Next question. Can we make progression in the Dhamma only through contemplation, or is meditation compulsory?
You have to do both contemplation and also meditation.
The next two questions are from Facebook. The first question is from Terry Shi. Good evening, Ajaan. Why does it seem like when I try to further my sitting in silence, I seem to be having a lot more conventional life problems? And also there were a lot more thoughts flooding through and floating every time I sit. I tried using mantra like Putto.
Well, your mindfulness is not strong enough yet. You cannot stop the flow of your thoughts. So keep reciting more Bhutto, Bhutto.
And the last question is from Alan Go. There was a post I recently read. He is a longtime meditation practitioner and had commented that he suddenly lapsed into a dreamlike condition, feeling confused, fearful, and uncertain of what to do and where to turn to. I'm surprised he had such experience being a longtime practitioner. What is the cause of this phenomenon he has gone through? I believe he had not practiced properly and had not developed satipatthana.
It's a lapse of mindfulness. When you have no mindfulness, and this is how the mind will become. So try to bring back mindfulness by reciting the mantra Bhutto, Bhutto, Bhutto.
That is all, Ka.
All right. And anybody else who just came in? Normally Sulan will come in at this time, but she's not. So we'll let other people who wants to ask more questions. If anybody wants to ask more questions, please raise your hand. Okay, Indira.
Ajaan, why is jhana practice kind of like in some cultures and some countries, like, they are more into contemplation and they kind of, like even when you talk about jhana practice, they say, like, don't get attached to jhana, don't practice jhana, because, even people like Devadatta, went into jhana and things like that. And I know the benefit of it, but I just want to ask you, why is that?
They discourage people.
Discourage
you
people
get too attached to it.
Because they don't understand what jhana is. There are right jhana and wrong jhana. The kind of jhana that Devadatta develop is the wrong jhana. You develop for supernatural power, which cannot stop your defilement, cannot kill your defilement. Okay. And in fact, it becomes a tool of your defilement. You want to use the right jhana, which is absorption.
Yeah. Like
calming the mind, stilling the mind. When the mind becomes still, your defilement cannot do anything. You become arrested. So people don't understand the nature of jhana. There are right samadhi and wrong samadhi. Upajjhara samadhi is the wrong samadhi. Right samadhi is appana samadhi or kanika samadhi. When the mind becomes still, peaceful, and no no emotion, no action, no mental action. With Upachara Samadhi, there's still mental action. The mind still keep working with psychic power, ability to be able to connect with the spiritual beings, retrace the past lives, for instance.
I think the emphasis.
But this kind of samadhi doesn't support the development of wisdom for the eradication of the cravings. It doesn't have any strength like the jhana do, like the fourth jhana do, equanimity. Upachara Samadhi has no equanimity. Appana Samadhi has equanimity. People now they are all so confused because they don't practice. They just keep reading and try to interpret what they read.
That's true. I think the experience is not there, so therefore they try to get to.
It's like the 5 blind men, right? Trying to describe what an elephant is.
Elephant, yes. Elephant,
and they keep arguing about it to each other. No, it's a wall. It's not a spear. You know, they're all right, but just the only part of the picture. The only part of the picture. They only get part of the picture, not the whole picture.
I mean, Buddha encouraged jhanas all the time, even arahats, like you can see Theragata, jhana. Jhana is always there. I mean, you can't bypass Samma Samadhi. And to get to insight. I think there's more emphasis, the recent development of insight meditation, like, and that kind of confuses people. I think you have to go straight to insight, forget jhanas, but you can't do that. You can't bypass a bridge and get across. You know, you have to go through that bridge.
It's like a physician who has to do surgery. He go into surgery without resting before he go to surgery. He doesn't eat, he doesn't sleep. He just keep on doing the surgery work. You think he can finish his surgery work successfully? You need to have rest first, right? Before you go to work. You have to rest, you have to eat before you go to work. And contemplation of vipassana is mental working. And if the mind is still weak, it won't be able to do the work that it has to do, is to stop the cravings.
That's true. You can get exhausted and it might even go against you. Like you can get angry. I mean, vipassana, you try so much, people go a little bit crazy, you know, too much vipassana without the samadhi.
That's right. The mind becomes restless and agitated without samadhi. You have to calm your mind first, and then before you can do the contemplation. And after your contemplation for a while, if your mind starts to become agitated, then you have to stop and go back into jhana first to calm your mind.
Even if you can't get inside, even if you stay on jhana, even the first jhana or whatever the jhana, I think it's still worthwhile all your life. I mean, even you can't enlighten, you try, but still, it's still worthwhile. You're not going to get a bad destination, I believe. If you stick to, even if you get attached to jhanas, it's not a bad thing to do.
Yeah, but you have to define the word attached first. If you are sick, do you have to be attached to your doctor and your medicine? Okay, but after you're well, do you still become attached to your medicine or doctor or not? Okay, so before you can say attached, you have to look at your condition first. Whether you
No, the people, I guess, scare you off. I think saying, "Oh, don't get there. You get attached to it, and you're going to go on the wrong path." I think some people, even some monks, say, "Oh, don't." I think, Buddha said that it's a bliss not to be feared of. Even Buddha said, "Why should I be fear of this when I under the rose apple tree as a baby? So maybe I'll try this. Maybe this is the right path." That's how he got enlightened. I think it's a fear. People put in fear. That's what Indy was trying to, I guess.
It's not fear. Their inability to do the practice. So they try to justify this by not having to do it. That's all. And blame people who practice as being attached to jhana when they themselves cannot do the jhana. So they want to skip this part.
Yeah.
And blame
Yeah, I
others.
I always say, if you're not sure, think like Buddha.
Just follow the Buddha teaching, Noble Eightfold Path. There's jhana, there's wisdom, there's sila, everything in there.
Everything is there.
You cannot pick the ones you like and disregard you don't like. You have to take it all. It's a set menu. It's not an a la carte.
That's a good one, Ajahn.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. I'll go to Felicia Chan. Felicia.
Ajahn, may I know, just now you mentioned I should contemplate more on anicca, dukkha, anatta. Does it mean when in jhana, I should move out from jhana to do contemplate, or I should contemplate outside meditation?
Outside meditation, not in jhana. When you're in jhana, stay in jhana for as long as possible. You want to rest your mind so that it becomes strong. But when it comes out from jhana, then you should contemplate on anicca, dukkha, anatta.
Okay, noted. It's very confusing because a lot of people say different things. For example, in jhana, we should move out from jhana to do contemplate. Thank you, Ajahn.
You come out of jhana when the mind is ready to come out of jhana. Don't force it to come out of jhana. It's like sleeping. When you begin to sleep, then you force yourself to get up, to wake up. Then you won't have enough time to rest yet. So when you sleep, you don't want to disturb your sleep. You want the body to sleep for as long as it wants to, until it becomes refreshed and ready to get up. Then you let it get up by itself. Same way with meditation.
Noted. Thank you, Ajahn.
It's very difficult when we have so many different blind people teaching other blind people. Okay, well, Julia, do you have any question, Julia? Speak louder. Cannot hear you.
Okay. My mind is active from listening to the other questions. So a few questions that are maybe separate, not totally related. The two questions about concentration. Doesn't it depend on if one is cultivating the Lokiya or Lokuttara jhana?
Yes, concentration is considered to be Lokiya. It still cannot. It still has to revolve in samsara. Lokuttara is the development inside of wisdom. This is Lokuttara. This will get you outside of samsara. But before you need Lokiya to support your practice of Lokuttara. You need the practice. You need the practice of morality and meditation to support your practice of wisdom. You cannot practice wisdom alone without morality or meditation or concentration, because your wisdom can be what you call can't think of the word, can be corrupted. You can think in the wrong way, thinking of killing yourself. Sometimes you think this body is anicca, so why live? Why waste your time living? Might as well killing your body. And this is corrupted wisdom. Yeah. But if you have morality, then you know that you cannot kill anybody, not even yourself.
Okay, I know. And then the other thing is, so I know the main purpose is to get free from physical and mental suffering, and that is the sort of it gets to the root, like the cure. But also the worldly questions, if one can come to a world conflict from a place of non-attachment, I kept thinking, if I can do medicine, can I go offer medicine? If I live in a country where I can speak the truth, can I speak the truth? Help a little bit. If I know journalism or research, then I can meditate, but also share facts and research and journalism. No? Or like, if there are dissidents and they're doing artwork, I could share the artwork or something. Or if a person escapes across the border and is still alive, I could put them, in my place, or right? I mean, if one can do it from the place of a little bit mental freedom, right? No?
You can do anything you want. Nobody's stopping you.
Okay. Yeah.
But it's just the consequence of your action. What kind of consequence do you want from your action? You still want to reborn, or you don't want to reborn anymore? So that's a different goal in life. For those who doesn't want to be reborn, then they keep concentrating on eliminating all types of cravings.
So
they go live in the forest alone and forget about the world. Leave the world alone. It's not for them to fix. They only want to fix their own problem of rebirth. Like the Buddha and all the noble disciples, they left the world and go live in the forest and practice in order to stop rebirth. For them, the goal of not reborn is most important for them, not the goal of helping the world, to make the world peaceful or happy. The only way to make the world truly happy is to teach everybody to stop their cravings. See?
So,
okay.
Yeah. So can one go to, touch Nibbana, come back, touch Nibbana, come back, touch Nibbana, come back?
As long as you're still alive, the Buddha, when he was alive, he was in Nibbana already. His mind is in Nibbana, but his body is still in this world. But once his body died, then he won't come back to this world anymore, because he has no rebirth to come back to.
Okay. Is it appropriate to share with our friends if they ask? How to clean the chitta,
Purify the mind.
Yeah.
If you know how, then you can teach them. But if you don't know how, then you should refer to somebody who knows better.
Okay.
Because it might be like the blind leading the blind.
Yeah. Okay.
So if you don't know how to purify your mind yet, then you're not in the position to teach other people how to purify the mind.
Okay.
You should refer to somebody else who already purified the mind, which is the Buddha and his noble disciple.
Okay. And by the noble disciple, does Ajahn mean only Arya monastic Sangha?
I mean Arahant disciple. It doesn't matter whether he is a monk or he is a layman, doesn't matter. As long as he is enlightened.
Okay.
Or he or she is enlightened.
Cool. Okay.
All right.
Good.
But how do you find them? How do you know that they are enlightened? That's another question.
Oh, is there a good answer?
I don't know. Normally, you have to wait for them to die, and the bone turn into relics. Then you know that that person was an arahant. Yeah. Otherwise, if he's still living, you don't know. Unless you study with that person and you became enlightened from his teaching, then you can say, yeah, he must be enlightened, or else he couldn't teach me to become enlightened.
Okay. Okay.
But simply believing is not enough, because it could be wrong, right? Believe in something that might not be true. You have to prove it. If you believe this person is an enlightened person, then study that person teaching and see whether you can become enlightened by that teaching or not. If you could, then you could probably assume that that person is enlightened. Okay, clear enough? Good enough?
Good. Okay.
That answer all your question? Okay. Piao, you have another question?
More like a personal question. When you talk to someone, do you know what his mindset right away? Like the way they ask questions, way they present themselves. You just have an idea what their mind is, where their mind is, where their path. I'm just a personal question.
Well, you're a doctor, right? When a patient comes into your room and tells you something
I know.
is wrong,
Exactly.
you know what's wrong with that person, right? Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Well,
thank you.
Well, monks are like a mental doctor. So whenever whatever people say, they can already know what problem that person has. Yeah.
When they walk in, I know sometimes the body gesture, but the question they're going to ask, you get the feeling. So same way, I guess, you know, when we ask questions, how stupid I am and how how much wisdom we have. Like, I guess it's an instinct. Like, you don't have to read the mind, but by the way you ask questions, I guess, or when you present yourself, you can
intuition,
guess. Right?
Like intuition.
Intuition.
Yeah.
But arahats have beyond that. They can read people's minds.
Some arahant do, some don't.
Ajaan, yeah.
There are 4 types of arahant.
Yes.
One has no special power, and then one has ability to recollect past life. One has the psychic power, and the 4th one has the ability to teach people. So there are 4 different types of arahant.
Yes.
Plain arahant like vanilla, ice cream.
But the basic,
basic one. No
basic
specialty. Yeah. Other arahant might add some toppings, make it Sunday
like the family doctor. Then there's a heart specialist. There's a lung specialist.
That's right.
Just the being a doctor is that's a basic.
Arahant are doctors, or a mental doctor.
Mental doctor. It's amazing. Wow. Thank you.
Okay. We have just a few more minutes left, about 8 minutes. Anybody would like to ask any more questions? Karis, you raise your hand. Karis?
Yes, Ajaan. Just now, listen to your talk, so I want to ask if, like I already practiced so long and haven't achieved any Apana-samadhi. So there's a desire to practice harder to attain Apana-samadhi. Is this also a craving? Because
no, this is not considered craving. This is called inspiration.
Inspiration.
Chanta Viriya. The 4 Itibhaya. Chanta Viriya Citta Vimamsa.
Not like yesterday, I promised, I make a wish, I want to go there, but because of this condition that I cannot make it, it also creates like some remorse inside, the feeling unhappy.
you lack the what you call truthfulness in yourself. You're lying to yourself, and you're cheating yourself by not following through what you intended to do. Have no satya. You have adhitan. Adhitan means intention, but you lack the satya to follow through your intention. So before you make any intention or resolution, you must be sure that you can follow through with it. If not, then don't make the resolution because you'll be lying to yourself. If you make a resolution, then you have to stick with that resolution. Unless you're not really able, beyond your ability. But if you can do it, you should do it. Satya adhitan. Satya adhitan.
I still have time. Thank you, Ajahn.
Okay, Kok Seng from Singapore.
Yeah, Ajahn, like to ask about my craving. Like sometimes after lunch, I would either drink plain water or and then sometimes I'll think, oh, maybe have a cup of coffee because coffee tastes better than plain water. But on the other hand, then the other side of my mind say, hey, this is craving. So there is a bit of struggle already. But I know that drinking of coffee is a kind of craving. But sometimes the mind will also tell myself, say, oh, why be so hard on yourself? Just a cup of coffee only. Why make life so difficult for yourself and so on? So maybe Prajan, can you advise me how should I teach my mind so that this so-called little craving for coffee, I will be able to tame it, and so that I do not have to struggle whether to have plain water or a cup of coffee. Yeah, thank you, Ajahn.
Well, think of the time when you want to drink coffee and you cannot have coffee. What do?
Oh, then have no choice, just to have plain water only.
Right. Okay. Is it better not to have coffee or have coffee?
If there is a choice, coffee tastes better than plain water.
But if there's no choice, what do you do?
Yeah, if no choice, then just plain water.
Okay, then just drink plain water, so you don't have to worry about coffee wherever you go. See? You can go anywhere, and whether there's coffee for you to drink or not won't bother you. But if you have to have coffee, so when you go to a place where there's no coffee, then you're gonna be disappointed. You're not gonna be happy. You're gonna have dukkha. See? Because coffee is not permanent. It's anicca. See? It's not reliable. Not certain that it will always be there for you.
Okay.
So don't rely on something that you cannot rely on all the time. Because when you need it and you cannot get it, then you can get dukkha.
Okay. But what if the mind say, oh, don't be so hard on yourself. Just only a cup of coffee. Then how should I tell my mind?
Drinking coffee is hard on yourself because you have to keep looking for more coffee to drink. See, when you don't drink coffee, then you make it easy on yourself, because then you don't have to go look for coffee to drink anymore, which is harder or easier, having to go look for coffee all the time or not having to go look for coffee all the time.
Okay. And plain water is just straight from the tap. Okay, I will try to teach my mind when such situation arise again.
Okay, good. All right, that's about it for tonight, I think. Thank you for your participation. I hope this meeting is beneficial to you and can help you, push you to advance in your practice. In the meantime, please stay safe, stay mindful, and be happy, and keep on practicing. And if all goes well, I'll see you all at the same time next week. Thank you and goodbye.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Ajahn.
Ajahn.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Ajahn.
Thank you, Ajahn. Good night, everyone.
Good night, Ron. Good night, good night, Min.
บ๊ายบาย
Sadhu, sadhu.
สาธุค่ะ
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Good night, adminครับ
Good night, everyone.